Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ye ji abasobodie bebree. Ne ya redare ewo mranse mu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWFDA, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eya abofrahwe mu awaregya ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nimnia wo famu ewe ne ya wo brei mu enunti ne yetu ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kuku
na sina abibia mo ye no ahye lawyer Richard bedi kan ama yen information a omansa aka asembranim for efa yen krata asem ne asetena wo krom ha ho na de opeso che no na no towe a afi wo asembese bia fan krata asem ho a anfa ho ne de ye kan ne de ha wadwene bia efa wo krata asem ho ne wasetena wo krom ha no betumi afre yen live ewo ha na webisa lawyer Richard na wamo ano ye number mbeno so abefre ye 0208 133 4646 ebi 0208 133 4646 ana so se no busy abetumi afre 0208 133 1134 again 0208 133 1134 so person we free on WhatsApp and so it was WhatsApp number Mr. Shona Fessie, which was sending voice audio or WhatsApp audio, they call it, yes, or voice note. Number is 07771 950 989. Number is 07771 7 and then 1 950 989. Okay. And so how about lawyer Koso. Our embrace. Lawyer,
Doctor, me Joso, me mao ache. Very, very good morning. Me pacho.
I said bentonka.
Me pacho what me kase say.
Matonka pa.
Yo, Doctor, you very, very good morning. I'm say you share in the sense that you share already so ache, although say me home recently, which was very, very good. Me pacho say ohun ye dear.
Yeah, me adom. Papa.
That's very good. Doctor, with the mama fa akwenja na me ma etiefo ne ahwefo so a very, very good morning. Na yemfa greetings kase free BWF Solicitors yejuma yekuo no yen papa Uncle Ben Edano yemfa nche kase emamo na nyame ya adoma Thursday aba na yasan ababedi ehemo head na chese his grace enti ye share etiefo we trust and hope say obibiara eho yenim say we are almost I think it's a month away from Christmas. Nyame ede yen ababedru almost a fear we ede na chese na sikese na yede emananti. A very good morning to everybody. Na doctor anope said the woody kan eka no say abribia said ye no ye bedi kan ama few updates and may be a ekoso a yepese T4 nso emayen na ye wi a ye de ene topic nso so aba which is a very, very interesting one. Say a topic yen time enka ho asem abribia ya na ye baha ye din komo efa wo rights awo in relation to say obetena kromu ha ebia wo ye adwuma wo right awo against your employer rights awo as ebia a tenant and then so ye beka safa wo right awo when you engages the services of a solicitor and yema I also wo hye nso na wo hu a ebeboa enti na ye adesua kese ye kanesa no na updates no eno ane say say me will bear 4 or 5 updates me pese you be taking note of that enti doctor the edikan no
we dem say wa answer na obehase no ma me frɛ Facebook for no mon join here na nkomo dem say be de pa atie for so wo tie na wo pese wo hwɛ lawyer Richard live on Facebook and na wo pese wo catch obi a ma ne nko Rainbow Radio International no spell out Elna Chato no be ni mienu yen kwa ye dey different Rainbow Radio International no I Elna mienu atowia na wa share as many as you can. And lawyer, over to you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, once again. Oh, I hope the prophet and Madam Irene Omunyina Omuye and
Nat,
Mr. Nat, Catcher.
Yeah, prophet could Ghana Kakra.
That's very, very good. And the day Yachi Opemuna Kasava thank you very much, Doctor. Okay, so Yenim say European Union no UK yenka ho biem say enti so be ho a say ekobae with the withdrawal act no and it's a free movement na ankasa na eye emra ema EU for etimi tu kwan bakrom ha na omo no family members etimi ebetena hanom without any restrictions on their leave and I said their entry into the UK no eba ewiye. And you may be a coso a peseti for a beshenenso. Number 1, so we are EU national, say, we can't EU national, ebia, we are French, we are Dutch, we are German, Italian. Nanka, ufa o passport, na what's not, say Eurostar or say flight and so, Nanka waba UK, Udru airport, na wafa EU
passage hono nanka wotache o passport na wapia bontin obia no enka asembia unfortunately you know enema assistant enti since June 30th no na yenyina yenim se e wose we EU national na wuti krom ha na we EU national family member na wo UK ha se e wose we application be for the EU settlement scheme omuma deadline of 30th of June 2021 se we EU national na wanye sa application no anase ye kase no wonye sa application no na for example ebia opese wo ba krom ha we have had about 6 instances EU nationals are my friends or drew airport ya returning or back to home country. EU national, I'm not talking about Ghana near Nasibia or EU residence card. EU nationals are more European passports. Ya send you back to country. Why? The yen say or airport one say. So we drew any border. Ye bebusa say oh back krom ha abayeden. First nanki musa but say no you are all subject to immigration controls because ye European Union member ebiem. Udru honum na we bia we Italy or Italian passport. Oh back krom ha say me pacho say wo itinerary no is such that oh ba betina krom ha no ma omuma womba because I was a backroom hanum as a visitor, say. So we are EU national. Now backroom now when you be an UK before 31st of December 2020. Why EU settlement scheme, whether omo ama decision, and I say omo ma decision. Who evidence and say we application no, and why application no. Na who evidence and now what take Chrome have before 31st of December. That is the only time omo bema wo aba UK. Se udru ports on na wanya evidence be show say na we are residents e wo UK hanom before 31st of December 2020 amepacho na want me and show say we are visitor because yenyina yenim say concession and say we are EU national na wo back Roma na say wonni obi a why EU settlement scheme application no and as evidence of having been here before 31st of December no dear mepacho I also show say ba obesan akọ ukrom so ticket it show say bia obedi 1 week na wo de akire won no ama won wo enema obeye same as obi oye Ghana ni na wo de visit visa back krom ha it sounds very weird because imagine say now you have been coming here without any troubles whatsoever all of a sudden you have to be subjected to these controls me pacho moma yen shade we so here pa. And this is first now we are Holland ni French national. We file passport I know about UK me pacho check it. And name mabobosi. Number 1 say uni evidence that this now to UK has say and na afei and na wo bahasia make sure say obemo mo hu say we a visitor. And yes sir me pacho ombema wo asan ko krom. En fa say we the train and I say we the bus and we the flight neighbor they will control you. Mama yen sa ade we say enso pa emaye number 2 updates ye da so EU for no mo so ye nyina nim say we EU national na opese we naturalize as British citizen they also show and say residence requirement you know what we krom hanom for at least 5 years now what we krom ha say no why your application when you settled status and answer we permanent residence now the problem ye hu ne say ni say ye nyina ye nim say ye fra de be good character requirement ewo sa naturalization applications ni you have to meet good character requirement and then say what will kruma say lawfully for the time now will rely on it's so we EU national na infant so bahan 2015 now person we application now naturalize as a British citizen ye be say the length of time now what dino krum hano have been lawful. So ebia on say first near Friday be regulation 2016 regulation 6 na ema wo hu say either say we a qualified person no we juma we a self sufficient we a student we a job seeker sa ne mani nyina ma we a qualified person but 1 2 3 of the qualifying person element ne be to say students and now say woyɛ obi a woyɛ self-sufficient no also show say wo comprehensive sickness insurance CSI. Now sad no say woyɛ wo settlement scheme no ne eyi na omo mbisa say bia the time na wa wo ha no na wo settlement scheme wo insurance and now they don't ask. They will go ahead and grant your leave to remain indefinite because the only they also will show as a EU national or residence in the UK for 5 years. But when the time comes for you to go and do the naturalization application, now omu go back akoshe say, well, residence na wo ewo UK hano had it been lawful? Lawful in the sense that na se wonye ebia woye ejuma inu so woye ejuma dia utia and contribution enti you can access NHS services. But se wonye obia woye ejuma woye job seeker now say woye student and also woye self-sufficient, then you must show that now wo sa comprehensive sickness insurance and yes sa time na obey student na wanya no mbeka say well, residence was actually not lawful. It's confusing because your amount indefinite leave to remain based on what's it but okay naturalization application there. Now market show say because of say now we need insurance in residence cannot be deemed as lawful. Therefore, good character requirements real. Into so EU national. Now, person naturalized as British citizen and make sure say obe present evidence. I just say ebia na we ejuma and now say now we ejuma now we students. Now we part time and patrol. Just make sure that you demonstrate that you have been working, even if it was 2 hours. And yes, sir, ebe hardin with comprehensive insurance na omode ebe hardin. Number 3, and pay your principal. Uncle Ben sending me notification be. Say say for the time being no na untimi nya application say back visit because of Senate borders no I shut because of COVID. Say omo are open obetimi aya application na waba visit or a family member or a friend or a tourist. Now member na eba bonten and pay and say ohwe say atie for mo Facebook no more shy the abeto na me patro ya mo visit here in website and so yeah the information bebre ebegu onum yeah the salata na koto onum so British High Commission in Accra or my issue memo be said unfortunately more my visit visa applications there are going to be a lot of delays in making decision on those applications because of say they are overwhelmed with applications so unfortunately and me patro so we have visit visa application. I have no expectation. Yes, sir. And within 6 weeks, no one make a decision. No, it may not be the case because of the volume of applications that they are receiving currently. And more person we application. Now mo be Christmas. Ewo UK no me patcho mo nya ntem because study econo ansha na went me nya decision no within the time scale na betima ma wa ba na obe join your family members. Sometimes I net you for ebisa say na mentimi nye application a priority me patcho visit visa applications no priority bia sem bia and said that any honum even if you pay extra for priority service you may end up getting a standard service and that is why we always say that just put in the application as earlier as possible obetimi about timer what she say opese obano the 4th update Doctor, medibema I don't know the baby topic anymore. Legal aid. Abribia ya na etifo ebisa. Ashefo bisa your clients. Ebisa say, me pese uye me case ma maybe asylum claim. And I say uye me immigration human rights based application. Me wo ba me pese me gina no so application me wo partner. Na mo no meniska me de ebeye sa application no. Yes, ubetima a fee waiver so that's the fee now also to your home office, you don't have to pay. It will be waived if you meet certain requirements, like so we destitute that. That is fine. But what about the lawyer's fee? Because you said to do an application, you are supposed to pay the home office fee and the solicitor or the legal representative's fee. What about if you don't have money to pay for both? Why a fee waiver? It's fee not to be waived. na lawyer no so de ne den abeye if dey be legal aid. The problem is for some time now aban no yi legal first nanka ultimate legal aid your immigration application but we year for no and no limitations on that. So Ireland or Northern Ireland and also Scotland there ultimate legal aid the year immigration application but not in England and Wales. It is all sure legal aid and it's enka lawyer fee na dwuma obeye obe represent whether tribunal in anka untia nanka aban etia ama unfortunately eno ni ho the only time ubenya legal aid asylum claims but it's no longer available in England as I've said available in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Now it is a way instructed solicitor now so opposite will take advantage of the legal aid that may patrol. There are something that you have to be looking at. Some of the firms, solicitors, be need legal aid contract. So for the records, BWF solicitors, you need legal aid contract so that we will be our instructing solicitor. Now, unya legal aid. You then have to search for solicitors or more legal aid contract. Immigration application most of the time you may need support. You will not qualify for it because everyone because you want to legal aid to do things like advice about student visas, visit visas, any application. And most of the time, there are a few exceptions. Legal aid. So England and Wales. You find we DV applications and are victims of trafficking. I know there are some few. So to make qualifier legal aid nankasa no se uniska anasa wonye adwuma nti ana we adwuma wo sika ni so ana obetimi qualify but so we domestic abuse case na untimi nya sika no entua lawyer fee na obetimi nya fee waiver obetimi nso aye application for a solicitor's fee to be paid by the legal aid and as a victim of human trafficking so obetimi aye. Enti na chese wo hwema immigration de legal aid don't say that any home and na bibia ya na private funding enti mum yenhye eno so enso say number 1 wanya legal aid enti ya solicitor ka me pacho ye free ade bi pro bono your organizations bia almost utimi ebetima take wo case omon juska so maka no enen komo no efa lawyers ho solicitors ho enti ye ka bi efa ye ho ye dwuma no ho nyina ene amomo ho na mo human rights se pro bono ye was citizen advice bureau ene ye wo encrophobi se bia shelter your local law center even your MP so ahochire wo ho na se lawyer fee no entime mowa sometimes ye wo he abibia se de ya na your principal eba platform here or sometimes once in a while we do work for free for people consider say something will happen in their lives and therefore sometimes it may pro bono work for other people but your organizations are pro bono work. So for example Citizen Advice Bureau said me catch them sometimes lawyers volunteer to go there apart from say omo usual workers omo eboa say will benefit of a payment no omo aboa complete form and this they also have lawyers going there once in a week or sometimes to help intimpacho obetime use almost so na wanya emwa say the local law centers shelter and housing. So for example so what housing issue na say the no legal aid to challenge any difficulties we face here obetime akọ shelter omoye charity omo lawyers omo trained case workers betime aboa na omotima solve issues obetime contact MP so na on so wetime aboa now you find say when legal aid when pro bono your francophobia under pro bono your francophobia free representation unit omoni employment. I remember my time at law school. Now you have to go and train and do exams to pass under Employment Law Act, Then no more fall. what they do is if you have been unfairly dismissed and also discriminated against, omo case no more court employment tribunal akodi wasem ama omonji uska they would first assess your case, the merits, before they would take that. And these organizations we nyina ye nkrophobia obetimi ehu omo na watimi agmwa ti obi peka se na ene de nkomo yi na che me ntu lawyer for adwuma na engo ye beba so. Sometimes yeah na adwene nyina ne say wo gia dey free yeah na wonya best, but that's not the case because these organizations have mentioned their job is to really help, so they will do their best. But say wo ahoden wo honom na wo pese we use lawyer there, for example ye private funding law firm and no dey na say one na wo betua wo fees. Sometimes we engage the services of lawyers like ours. Me or dey be friend fixed fee arrangement. And no say oba na no waka o case no person ye application amount under appendix FM we a partner ebia yes o fees £500. That is a fixed fee, so there are no room for any additional or hidden charges bia apart from home office fees a obetua na lawyer fee so what you na fix na eno no ko. But you want crofobin so omoye adebi friend conditional fee and na normally na muhunu ye fa adebi no win no fee agreement. And no to do with bibi to say personal injury claims ne sa na no and no ko lawyer na wa assess your case say obe taking over or we any case na obeji ono ne cost no sika na enka wo so charge no obeji free the other side na or then the court and I will see no internet won't share fees bia and I say so one in any case now you don't really actually pay any fees. So private funding and so no. And to say ye can lawyer for who how I'll be to me access legal advice either free or using pro bono basis or paying privately na no at the year but and ye topic doctor ye can ye busa sembi say can I tell my lawyer everything or what to expect when using a solicitor? This is interesting.
Lawyer, answer na. Sorry to interrupt you there. Answer na be question no me ma etie for afi no ma join welcome na me ncho mo say BWF Solicitors ana omuguso a omoma ya photo fa ye mbra na ya setna e wo UK ha. Ya immigration issues. Na lawyer Penny Okase ya lawyer Richard. Baby say na BWF ahenomo BWF Solicitors our 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, and our 7 Sisters. Now postcode here N15 4NP. Obi ohana on to maintain program no query, but they want to get in touch with BWF. I'll be trying our common website, and then you will get a lot more information from them. I think you better charge me general so now. Lawyer, mami, 1 second.
Yes.
Highly spiritual.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP. Just a short walk from 7 Sisters Underground.
YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
Rainbow Radio.
Yedi abrochiri aba Ghana. Yedi Ghana akwa abrochiri.
Okay, good people, welcome back to the program Solicitor to Rainbow Radio, live on DAB across London. Well, we saw live on Alexa as well. So if I buy a new TV set, choose the one with Alexa. Lots of JVC TV sets have Alexa and many, many more. All you have to do is just nail it on the wall, connect it to internet and say, Alexa, I want to listen to Rainbow Radio UK. And then that's it. You don't have to do anything. A lot of Alexa devices. You can get them from Amazon and lots of shops for next to nothing. We also live on TuneIn Radio. And again, lots of TV sets these days have TuneIn app on it already, like most Panasonic TVs and most Samsung TVs have Panasonic on them. So all you have to do is connect to the internet, search for TuneIn Radio, and then Rainbow Radio will be there for you. We are also on Facebook Live, Rainbow Radio International with double L. And then you can get us on our apps, Rainbow Radio apps, either on iOS or on Android. So you have got no excuse not to listen to Rainbow Radio. Keep it right here. We're going to go back to BWF Solicitors, and Honorable Lawyer Richard will continue to give us the most needed education that we need at all times in this country. Legal issues are the most complex issues, and you wouldn't know until you get yourself involved with those legal things. Asem to anabe won say lawyer ho hia pa. Nti obekyeyen wo call lawyer ho a de say oka ana de ne say oka ana say oka ni na. Let's go back to BWF Solicitors at Anna House, 7 Sisters, 4th floor, on 214-218 High Road. And Lawyer Richard will talk to us. Lawyer, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Doctor, once again. Doctor, so today we are asking the question, can I tell my lawyer everything or what to expect when using a solicitor? Nitete mu nyina ne say de yaka no say bibi hian na wo hia legal advice na e wo se wo hu a legal advisor na wo ne no discuss wo case na wo hu kan obefa so a obetima bo a e wo se wo ka asem no nyina ade bi wo ho bia na se wo se wo di bibisie ade bi a wo dwen se e bia ade a wo ka e be ha adwen. Do you have to actually tell your lawyer everything? I mean, doctor, the answer is yes, you should be able to. You must actually do that. Depending, solicitor and I say lawyer no eye obia opese oboa nti all man information or be based on that information no to give you the best advice possible. Normally ya na yedwuma ne say oka wa asem kire yen na yen ya hwe in legal terms, what are the options that are available to you? Then we will guide you to choose the best option, which will propel the best outcome. And that is our job. Now, your duty of confidentiality, and no exists our obligation lawyers for under common law, any data protection legislation as well. It is also solicitors are your core professional principles, and they are set out in your FRDB section 13E, a Legal Services Act 2007, and a professional standards in the Solicitors Code. So the code. The advantage of you using a solicitor, and it's a protection because of say lawyer, have your FRDB 10, set in stone principles. Was a solicitor be abided by. And you better say. Na solicitor no kra no oye hwan because abribia na your community no ya na you interchange the use of solicitor with lawyer as opposed to also barrister. Yenim say Ghana se yaka so be a lawyer and not just say woye bibia or a lawyer or a barrister. I mean or courts or certain office ye bibia, but England and Wales so they omo assistant no say so we agent of the court se yaka so be a solicitor. There is a slight difference from solicitor to lawyer because the definition of a lawyer actually is something that is generally used. A term bia yedema obi biara bia or ma advice to say bia or na wetima ye bibi. So a lawyer may not be a person who is actually qualified to give legal advice, but or you qualify in whatever area or person with me boa when to social. Not just a lawyer ye lawyers in short. Why? Because we suffer. Now boa was sorry ni in terms of Sabia also bit magic benefit. You are doing a lawyer's job because you are actually advocating for somebody's right, and therefore you are a lawyer. And so the year cannot necessarily say who say lawyers, because unlike the term solicitor, no lawyer has no defined meaning in UK law, and then therefore anybody can call themselves a lawyer regardless of whether they have any professional legal qualification or not. So why is it important to know the difference between a lawyer and a solicitor? And you know, say, information what they call abonteno, can that information be protected under the law? Because say a lawyer now only didn't come and as a solicitor now only didn't come na sa lawyer na qualified information now what they mano and our documents be out the money be can or may be out there for everybody to know. But say a lawyer and I say solicitor, lawyer where qualified, and I only need in commerce, I will be qualified. Yana firm protection. So for example, BWF Solicitors, law firm. Now obi biara where adwuma wo biara, you know, protected in terms of so only need in commerce. Because of the code, no boy in your home binding, you know, say any panel a case worker or a trainee or whoever the person is, you know, you'll be protected because those people are, say your principal are all protected under a qualified solicitor, and therefore your information will be safe and may not be disclosed without your consent, or if it's not the law requiring so. So yeah, who said lawyer dear ebitima ye obia is either any panel you qualify now and you're qualified. Ultimately a lawyer. But who is a solicitor actually? Solicitor no a definition no dear, and it's a obi or ye lawyer na ye admit no. You know, by SRA to the role England, and say omu e kubia say who qualify as a solicitor na ye admit to the role. Say Ghana ya ne can say he's been called to the bar. Ya fro amwa babajane lawyer kun. So there's a bit of upgrade from being a lawyer to a solicitor. So obi people say, any other na from you know, lawyer Richard, lawyer Patrick, lawyer Charles, you know, is because we are lawyers as much as we are solicitors also. But that is the term quite familiar. So that is fine. But legally, you should know that you are engaging the services of a lawyer or a solicitor, and what are your protections. Now, na ye kabibi say solicitors say omuma legal advice, omuma legal rights. You know, they resolve your problem. They may represent you in court. Now, wona wo be solicitor no, who are you? We are clients. So who is a client? Another question that we ask. Nema ye bibi so nyina de ba be drew protection awo when you are engaging the services of a solicitor. So who is a client? Abibia no em say clients atifo se mobile ho ana muhum lawyer ya na obo ho no ma one ne kunu ene buy. So you a typical example. Maybe a okohu lawyer wo ye EU national ena one ukunu a wo ye Ghana ni ekohu lawyer na wo se mo pese mo ye application emma ukunu no na onya asetena ewo UK hadum based on the fact that we are EU national. Now, mutu na mabuhu lawyer no why na a client? The meaning of a client is a person whom a lawyer acts for. So where the context permits, it includes prospective and former clients. So when they will partner a kokuhu lawyer, but your answer is because it's important. You remember reason a important because abribiano yenya phone calls. So minya phone calls na from ebia madam Adjoa no afreme say lawyer Richard me ne me kunu ba wo honom last week ye ba ye nkomo se ne ye bedi ye ne na emom no me pese wo ye ne say na enka application na wo ye no ye ware 2015 yet address we say there me pese wo sesa no because me say me hwa me divorce me pa cho I may not be able to talk to you about some retainer, my instructions na minya free woni wo kunu no wo kunu no mum no oye me client no because we are sponsor of my client and therefore me duties are me own no to me client no not you as a sponsor but I know difficult say you better as every say many me kunu ne ba na be instruct adentina wontimi share information with me a me ne yere no me pacho mentimi because so hwe yemre ne mu you say client ye the one instruct we dealing with the case the one instructing me no ye wukunu na me ye an application amano in his immigration so sure ye tro ye client care letter na ye de ne din na ahye honom say ye letter of authority ono na be sign man say me adai my baba instructed lawyer Richard my man of authority say won't deal with all my legal affairs including submitting my application for leave to remain me pacho na adwodin enka ho therefore I may not be able to share information with Adjoa if asked why because me a solicitor so my duty bound and then they say I was me to me protecting my client information recently me application be my yenuabi on any year and a bar me honum bibia come on way or more on an application successful having gone to interview near my bebre and I okofa ne manso so aba but our no enema enkoye say therefore animosity enema ye oba no onye ganani ofre me on the side say opese utwitwa ne kunu ne kratan na ne ma no awode o maba ne nyina akra na osase o mu nyina akrata enti do opese me ye ne say memfa all the documents o mu provide ye ne nyina ema no na afenso so no men kanche home office for say ohne no eni hobium me pacho say we mami wo kasa asem ya chema de me pese mu hu ne say so that we feel lawyer now need in common kasa don't be offended because we are working under the law mean nye sa instructions because that person is not my client who I will take instructions from. So all that I did was to send an email so that I will have a written confirmation or something that as an evidence that because he is not my client, unfortunately I'm unable to discuss any matter with about my client with her. She was offended and threatening to report and all that, but that is fine because we know who our client is. Intimate patch up. Mute ya minim say abibiane na adwena akwakoye say na se menene ne bae a ye be instructive adenti na me busa say application no crampo ye de ama no ade ba ko say na session se bu na busa na ere na ana be ma no so na ye the sponsor no afre say lawyer me kunu no ana me ere na application na successful na me patcho say ukunu ana we ere application na successful busa wono mum no one can stop. Lawyer no cannot tell you because I can only. Yes, doctor.
The pacho asma working you move to panty. Maybe so question kakrana watch chimu yamane. O pesa o chesem. Chimu yamai mi hu. Some men na mawari ajwa. Ana men na back BWF solicitors. Ana maybe hon lawyer Richard. Na miss lawyer me ni na nenkrata asem no NCP intimate media yamano. Na metua waka na monstarte me pacho ho na ye client adwoa no ana din be wakrata no so ana se me amede ne ba ya metua sika no
me pacho adwoa okay so ono na ye applicant no so ono na ye instructor say ye act in her legal matter enti wo no doctor wo yere ne adwoa wo ne na ba be humi no wo ye the sponsor of adwoa and therefore say I was me disclose information via I also me the prior consent from woyere into some oba the ebusa mo ne say so opese me ne ukunu enso so discuss o matter na obes tro say yes me check instructions na make say one mame authority and now you have consented that say bibia fa wo case hu bia na metimi ne wukunu doctor a discuss it. So me sa prior consent prior authority na then I can discuss your matter with your other half. So if that I don't have that express consent na I won't imply doctor anything to say that because of someone in the ba me ho ebe instructing me I can disclose information to your other half. There is a reason for that because of adebina yebebaso yebedi hu komo yefe no legal advice privilege and the litigation privilege. Because legal advice privilege, doctor, me starting komo no the entire me church lawyer and solicitor ne sem ni nyina mu ne say wo protection eno nti na wo trust wo gidie say wo call lawyer ho no ka wa asem ache no wo be kan nyina nti na me busa question say do you have to tell the lawyer everything? Yes, because you know that saying everything will stay with the lawyer. It will not go out. Now, doctor, mama ma one scenario. Me wo client now ba me hodum na wo kase lawyer me yiri me no aware na oye British citizen me so me ni krata na me pese ye application na metina kroma no and so the last week na wo kan wo se emremu no se me ye application yi se me yiri ye British citizen na me wo UK ha na me ye application na ombe refuse me because one of the requirements I have to meet is immigration status, which means that I have to go to Ghana, apply and come. But lawyer, secret be one person me catch to wait them patch or men can't do be many ma maybe afa a fro enti obewo ebe next month. Now lawyer no meet my any day. Now my advice is say, okay, so doctor no be akofa from that is wakuchiti and baby be obane or krata ben so we British. Oh, listen, Obano so a bear British. Listen, although say wa worried dear, name mono say no be who ye father of that child. Say baby ne banwa British. Na se utimi show say unya confirmation from or ma ho say obehwe akra no. It doesn't matter that you are married, therefore you meet my application. Say we a partner, ujina we a on no worry so your application. Name me su Obana wa no no British na wa direct access no. As your insurmountable obstacles are now exceptions to the rule for you to succeed with that application. Now, doctor, the question is, do you think that, say, papa yi eyere efreme, say, lawyer, na application ya wo ya mama kuni, say we say, bibie ni ho a obetimi aye just okogana na na wo ye. Doctor, do you think I can disclose the information to the wife? Say, papa yi ne obi I can do that. Okay. And that is why it's better.
Topic we would the
because you see, so you can see the dynamics and the complexity of, how we have to deal with client instructions. Now, this is something that it has to stay with me. It's privileged. I cannot disclose this. So I will come to this, legal advice privilege with the same example. Now, media application I successful. No? This information will always stay with me because of confidentiality, because I owe my client that duty to protect bibia fan ho bia. Mintimi nkan che na ere no. Me fan se bia ye Ghana for inti ensem no ekọ abonten. Na ere no atete bibi se ni kunu na koye bibi sa ma bibi sa happen. Now I buy one say lawyer we de papa no ni ha on say me no na me ni ne ba ha na be instruct o matise ye say wonu obi akọ antikura no ye me pacho mintimi ma sa information nti muti that is why sometimes you might find it very very annoying that why is the lawyer not telling me enya me ne ba ho enya me na me cheers kan me pacho there be intimi informal because we are bound by the law to protect our client information as much as possible we can, unless law permit us and as your client express consent to do that. And don't know fayembra adibia ye freno sa legal advice privilege Yemfa say doctor scenario me de mai edrum pepe so bi say awarejaye de eba na ajapade eche ebam. Now, Bemeya only ubiko and chain hono, unya krata no stati ye juma, and now one ni panabia omo at me atodan or shani bano, honum near maybe. Now, say, ye busame say, may ye ancillary relief and as a financial order settlement in home and sensem. Na obai epesenka unya information ni kunone de mame during the time or mommy instructions now will declare say wo ba wa ha ebi kra ne ba no watodan ama saa akra no emaame nanso so oye ne form E no form E ye ade bi a se wo ye financial settlement wo be fill na wa include wo properties a wo na ye de akokot ne ahwe ajapade ye wo se wo ne wo yere na wo kunu no mu gya na mo che se maame no ya aware or inclination se minim se ne kunu no e wo property bi a o ka kire maybe a wo you know oba me ho no enti waka kire ono ne lawyers say omonji saa information in free me ho se ni kunu wo property bi but one declare ewo ne form E no so enti ye ma me mfa saa information emma wo mu no mu enti minya as evidence say ni kunu bi kwa na ni kunu no instruct me biem oye me former client me pacho me mfa saa information no enko emma obia me ka kire o mu say me claim legal advice privilege over that information or over that document. Why? Because a communication between me and my client, it should be protected. So me disclose it. Me what right to do that because of say me a solicitor and me to protect my client, you know, on that basis. Now, can the ex-wife or the wife ask the court for me to disclose that information? And no na yekase if the law permits and as se bema na we instruct me no a consent say me information no go out say lawyer don't mind just give it to them because a dano cry no any hobium ya tonti just give I can do that but so am me consent and as a court am force me say me fasa information no emra abonten there I would keep that information to myself between me and my client, which is great. Intimate patrol. Saoba and as call lawyer honoma mensro can assembly or hobia a channel. So that now I'm Missy Bibia obet me the advice so in order to really advance your case to achieve the best outcome for you. Now, you were adia back being so I was a memo selling so. Yem funny say papa yi eba me ho a that time no worry no wo ye ne niema no what the documents be bre me na che say wo tua ne tax return was about £25,000 HM revenue e de letter buy confirm so tua tax £25,000 doctor yenim say so tua tax you know income tax 25,000 let's say you made a lot of money that is why you are paying that kind of tax. Se obey kase sa documents no wo ya wo kai se nani kunu wo HM revenue documents bi wo de command lawyer enti sa documents no se wotimi nya anko betimi de a supporting the case se ni kunu no earn a lot of money and therefore ni disclosure na why no form E no so no is not accurate me pacho sa documents na free HM revenue buy no a third party evidence. It may be difficult for me to claim legal advice privilege on that. But you've heard litigation privilege. And no, na meet me use na me dia bo no ban, but say oshe cases aba recently na say a third party evidence necessary documents necessary information no, you may not be able to claim legal advice privilege over those because a third party there. So I have to maybe disclose that kind of information. Doctor, in community nyina say lawyer any ne client in kuta hu die ade bia it will always remain confidential. But there is a difference between confidentiality and legal advice privilege. Legal advice privilege a bit more step up than confidentiality because you can keep a lot of things confidential, but sometimes you may have to let it go. But so we claim legal advice privilege in India, I know there is silly bebre. But the only time somebody can do that, and they say, oh yeah, solicitor. Now we are clients, and who is the client and who is the lawyer. So the lawyer who is qualified can make that claim for you. And untim pacho, so we source legal representation. Nese nipa no se ya na bibia ye kan se bia koshia no car park ko McDonald's na moko meeting ne sane mana. Sa information ne documents how dey mani nyina no. Remember, he or she may not protect you because it can go out there. Ontimi nya grounds bia or be protected that kind of information unless or a qualified person obetimi emremu no bema no ho kwan motimi a protect that information no amount. Sadie we ne pese ye hye no so na ye hu the difference between say we lawyer and now we solicitor now no client nkita hodie obi bebusa say na are there any exceptions say mababa ka asem bi ye secret a chere me lawyer a bedroom maybe obetimi amasa de akwabonten na maka say yes. Sometimes disclosure by which if it's permitted by law. And I say say other circumstances a lawyer be disclosing information. Bibi to say the client has indicated that they have intention to commit suicide. For the welfare of this person, the lawyer may be obliged to disclose this information to whether social care or the organizations are lawyer be disclosing information now. And on consent in free honum are now permitted by law if he has to prevent harm of children. It's in so call lawyer honum no catch and say we domestic abuse application. Na ukunu na we DV application against no metu wa abuse mano where you say me pacho sa information we no the lawyer may be obliged to disclose that to the social services because and I said yes you protect sa and crano and also to prevent the commission of criminal offense. So all plot is say oko la na ka chen say o say oko bombe underground. Your lawyer cannot keep this because it's a legal advice privilege. Unfortunately, no. Also to me catch the necessary or the appropriate authorities, whether the police or something. And say you busa question say obetima ka bibia che lawyer na answer na yes no. You have to also be measured as to what information you are giving to your lawyer because you say lawyer no betima protect in terms of using litigation privilege and also legal advice privilege and confidentiality under the Data Protection Act, but the law can also require him to disclose. So think about if you are giving information to your lawyer, you are instructing your lawyer, the things you are saying, say do time be also what will be the repercussion of that? And then also when one who don't know lawyer become meaning say your community no ya na abribia na ye de no akoy bibi say lawyer unse we no instead anye ampa say me pacho know how to convey this message to your lawyer because the recording although say a legal privilege a court may ask me to provide it. I can protect what I have written as a communication between us, but documents are the say bia no ware obi foforo and no sako ware obi foforo. Next all this marriage certificate too ni nyina bremia. Me pacho I may not be able to protect you because it's fact as my role as a lawyer ninti na metimenya sa information. It is a busa me court busa me say home office for say and court ya court tribunal home office for say papa ye wo facts and I say ye wo intelligence e say wa warida wo marriage certificates and was akọ ware we so wonye divorce it is fa sa marriage certificate ba kono bra me pacho I may have to hand over that document because I cannot claim any privilege over that. And you should know how you have to go about instructing your lawyer. In terms of the ebetimi aye a protector ne the intimate and protector. And to doctor, this is the bit that I want us to take.
And that what the Uncle school, Papa, at for about 10 minutes past 10. At this juncture, I'll begin to invite your calls and your questions to come through, whilst I'm also going to ask mine. Lawyer Richard is, as you can tell, experienced and quite knowledgeable. And to question, immigration, family law, and litigation and dispute resolutions, those things, you can bring them in. It doesn't have to be question related to what we have discussed today. Any question on immigration and family law and things like that, bring them in right now, and Lawyer Richard will answer you.
Doctor,
the number is 0208 133 4646. 0208 133 4646 or 0208 133 1134. 0208 133 1134. And also on the mobile, it's 07771 950 989. 07771 950 989. Immigration questions, Biana, family law issues, Bia, BWF, Omabin Papa Panti, question being how baby say I will throw them off their feet. No, the man is prepared. And before I take the course, lawyer, I'm going to question back. And at what point or what remedies have clients, let me put it this way, so koba say clients be a custom chair lawyer be now recklessly lawyer no and a solicitor to keep his assem no and either legal privilege or litigation privilege. Now I can catch the girlfriend be and I cry say you need to air pray or baby home until I can catch the other girl and say now boy we can on grata. What remedies has that client got? John between the lawyer.
Well, you can always complain. You can always make a complaint to the SRA or the legal ombudsman, depending on the also file. So, for example, young fan say be informational lawyer no disclose has caused you a lot of damage in terms of losing Abia Wajuma and Abibia. You can make you can make a claim for that because we know that. For anybody to sue you or do anything, then you must have to show that there has been a loss, and that is why you're doing that. But negligence and so the top higher, idea obeti me INT. Abribia say solicitor for Jumana a heavily regulated, SRA or honum, law society or honum. And it's a complaint called Mohonoma a idea grave because you could.
Sorry, me the girl na example. And see, I say be pege be na lawyer Richard Super girl no na lawyer Richard person who win into no na who say guy we ko no nin krata me metumi abo me won krata na ya ma na mate nti ampa girl ni mejai we the lawyer Richard echi be na metumi lawyer Richard on that grounds.
Well, I mean, this scenario, Doctor, it will be difficult to actually prove that this information came out from your lawyer. We are talking about claims, and I say, a Nema lawyer here in terms of letting out some document. These are some, it's really a soft one in order to do anything against your lawyer. But so the makano, a complaint. You can always make a complaint to the SRA of your lawyer's conduct. Will be to my complaint, and then the lawyer will be disciplined accordingly by the solicitors regulation body. And all the time, you go through the complaint procedure because the medical solicitor for they are heavily regulated. So we have 10 principles that make position of trust. And also solicitor for let me just remind you what the solicitors would have to do in order to make sure that.
Lawyer, before then, Mr. Mamefakola, we were just watching. Why, Mr. Hello.
Oh, hello. No question.
Okay, go ahead.
It's an immigration question. I want to in fact, they are joining the UK. Now, all a visa up to December. So, also this Ghana, not the Ghana. And Obama did the biometric, which will end in 2024 for the settlement. Then passport visa not the home. Does it have to go to the Home Office for them to change it? And I said, you don't do anything to it.
Okay, so Seminya question here. Answer was so ukno ebai. And what the family permit in the buy because we EU national, yes, sir. Okay.
I talk to lawyer Anka.
If I told you,
lawyer beside question. What's the
question? No.
I could be a question here.
But we EU national and ukno abedjan or the 6 months family permit in the buy.
Hello, Kasayetio.
Me patrol not the say. So what these are not the man upon the passport ended December 2021.
But your answer we are British and now or indefinitely.
Ended 20
Lawyer person who say we British and now we
British.
sorry British.
Okay. Yeah. And what the woman normally are 3 months a bunny passport in so the beba or bar no about a card. No? Is that what happened? Okay, so doctor, so keep it me your question number me and then what the normally or yeah British, you know, and as well.
Madam, if I chop from me back on 0208 133 4646. Why? From on so now make a sentiment for course on that one. I'm going to answer course on one. 0208. Yes, our Facebook and so on. 0208 133 4646. That line is activated.
Okay.
Pachola tried out now we'll catch you.
Yeah. So doctor, before many auntie Baba back in tea, now Ezekiel I reminded me say because we asked many questions in relation to this topic in tea now will be some say because there was a question I very interesting. Ebisa say can you actually cease to act for a client, or can a solicitor refuse to take a client's instructions? Yes, the answer is yes. Now, so we share SRA and name solicitors for no yejuma ye no ho ban na quite restrictive. Unlike client or no de obetimi asoro one day no akase me lawyer no be active for me again with no reason whatsoever. A client can just wake up one day and say that so we a lawyer now we in the case manner on the obeka say afede jai on person obeto so amani bim. But when it comes to a lawyer, a solicitor working on a case, there should be a good reason why the solicitor would decide not to continue with a case. So the question is, can a lawyer refuse to take on my case or cease to act for me? The answer is yes, with good reasons. Now, although a lawyer may be very, very interested in taking or wishing to take over your matter, it depends on, number one, your fair competency, area of practice, and time. So, with the case, a court lawyer honum. Now, lawyer and say, "Me sorry, mean take a case now." He has to give you a reason why he's not taking the case, because the agents of the courts. We have to act with integrity. We know we are public officers. You can't just say, "Me sorry, mean to me." You have to give reasons. Reasons need be say. Recently, for example, a good example, Ezekiel, I will give to you. Maybe by me honum consultation. That case, is got to do with SENDIs, that is special educational needs and it's a very, very big case. That is a nearby was a solicitor who year case in honor is such that you may even have to have about a month free not doing anything in order to really follow that case because of the council, the discrimination body, so many things. May I advise you and to say, we may not be able to take this matter on, and the reasons are: number one, competency, because of say young practice was area or educational needs, mental health, we may not have the competence in order to deal with that case diligently, competently. Number two, we don't have the resources because of time. Any constraints in we may not be able to take on that matter. Otiase, because I've given good reasons for that. You can't just say you are refusing to take on a matter because you don't like the person, because you're a solicitor, unfortunately. Now, the other element of the question is say, what about if you are acting for the client? Can you cease to act for the client? The answer is yes, again. Now, medical can say, client dear or per se or man a lawyer jai ejuma or ye amanona. He can do that at any time. And once our phone and our show, depending on the contract now, set up our client can let him say, so per se me stop to act for you. You give me a notice, you give me time, whatever, and then I will stop. But solicitor dear, so per se who sees to act for a client. you have to bring all the good reasons under the F in order to be able to do that. And then a bit in the sense of the mechano, Ebiana baby a case in a journal or competence intimate and follow. Ebiana client may not be able to afford paying you again. You can rely on that to stop acting. But normally a solicitor will make sure say baby I will do with the case, you know, it may not jeopardize the whole outcome of the case in the sense that obe advice so. Baby also to case in so obe my options or no boy. Why is a guide? Now what me jan baby enkofa trouble bia emma. Into the answer is yes. A lawyer can refuse to take on your case, and a lawyer can also decide to cease to act for you if your expectations have been, unrealistic. You are doing a case, and then the lawyer's advice has been that you're 50-50. If at some point the expectation has become that this case must succeed, and then the lawyer knows very well that that is not something that is achievable, knowing what can happen, he can decide not to continue to act for you, and then give you that notice and then let you go. And Ezekiel, yes, the answer is yes, the lawyer can. And then also the other one is, can I change solicitors at any time? And on a medical can make a choice. So client, so what lawyer? Now the lawyer when in Jehon, I mean, I'm not shooting ourselves with the foot because sometimes we are human beings. We may do one or two. Enya dia when beje home. For example, your troubles are and say lawyer me friend on the phone. Me yes no my business. Now you are not happy and you want to change your solicitor. You have absolutely right to do that. BBI stop from doing that. But bear in mind that changing solicitors, has also its implications because the solicitor who started your matter really knows everything about this matter. Imagine taking the case, giving it to another solicitor, starting all over again for this solicitor to become a bit acquainted to the whole matter. No, it's just not something you want to go through. And then bear in mind that it may be a fixed fee. So if you decide to change your solicitor, you may not get a refund of the fee that you've paid. And you're going to also have to pay for legal fees on the other side. And we'll be consider now or finding middle grounds in order to, be with your solicitor. But legally, you have absolute right to change your solicitor at any time. You don't have to at any time. You can do that. No. Ezekiel, I think say my answer question. Ye mami question na odeba ya man tin ye na mse no can be say wakofa ni kunaba omo de visa bo ni passport nim. Ebewu December. Say then obey. Say bibisa na mtie. Me pacho so your application entry clearance ma partner na obakroma na oba anybody under immigration rules na appendix FM no. Eso dia ye de phenomenon 1 month say mama 3 months. Ye de visa no bebo ni passport nim. Oba UK haseya. O ye application ebebusa assess oba ha ehe na abakwaje wo card no wo residence permit card na 2.5 no. Sometimes nearby your post office or any location you chose. No akwaje nti anti so timi a say the visa board ni passport mi no dia ba na se bewu December. Also akwaje ne card na wo post office. Na started from there. Na visa na dey just entry keke. And no odi be room to odi be room also akwaje ne residence permit card na obetimi that na krom hanom agoye ne na ebie bank aye bibia na was setting their travel in and out of the UK. Into no answer no doctor.
Okay. Now we got this question from a texter, and it says, "Good morning, lawyer. Please, what are the legal grounds for FLR into bracket FP applications based on British child using direct access?"
Okay, yeah. So, Doctor, the Kenyan say, or who say, I think it's a requirements. A requirements ben also meet is a application. Now we use FLR, FP no. Say we application. Now we now bas was direct access. Direct access and then say, you fan say, one will be our any panel a British and now indefinite leave. Ne ban a British citizen. Now when in any relationship, when in a war keke. So your application.
Mr. Mayanfa we na afi we are trust one right. Hello.
Oh, hello. If I told my friend earlier, now with my friend number.
Good.
To do with the situation with my husband being here, but these are not when the passport, So say, 31st of December, but the biometrics in the amount of 2024 passport. These are no woman. Visa say these are December 2021. These are no one who should be a man or so the call no more extend there.
Me you show why the visa was placed in his passport. So also a moment card.
So before, but no man card now. But I think so. A date then a settlement. Almost a time also free Ghana no. So free Ghana by 31st of December. It means me who says I have visa now. It states the fact that it states. I think the date no the boom no settlement no saying that time not to free Ghana. I'm thinking say. Or that date no the boom but do you know about biometrics and doesn't cancel that visa.
Oh yeah. So maybe so vignette in a passport in it was just said it was just for him to be able to cross borders to come in. Okay, so he used that for entry. Now it's no longer valid; it's gone. So the card has replaced the vignette in the passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's my question.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Doctor, now may answer a question back on, and they said direct access, and they said, "We be a parent now. A woman so the other parent in any relationship, but nebano a British citizen, and also a qualifying child. A be a say our relationship, what me demonstrates our relationship with that child. And the requirements, and then they say there is a qualifying child. That is a child is somebody who is below 18." And
lawyer, sorry, my if I call away. So, hello.
Yes, hello.
Go ahead. We are listening.
Good morning.
Good morning.
But the lawyer,
Okay, go ahead.
But my application, our marriage application, I'm the coin now. No more choice, me made an EMRA interview. And rather unfortunate, no made any social. And my in an every Morgana was so called. Into nobody can take it and sign any information is a paper. Into a moment to me in an uncle, it now more shaman. Into the information I just said, Obani to crime, we need Hanum. And then take it now, any BPR as a command, home office for. Me free, no more so much information. But don't some email visa me email is information in Ankoma, confirm my interview. Now, me the person visa can say, my enemy at the court here. The person visa say, yes, I'm a friend, whom you man answer me, can open time or more, but email me and say, then I actually
Yo, thank you, my brother. I think you've done all the right things. Now, so your application, either under the immigration rules and I say appendix EU and I say you who say you want to have for interview. Interview nina and say person who say umbebusa, similar questions. Now my say we know you nina man no be purchase and pa my relationship is subsisting. That is multi because while we're there, all the marriage certificate about. But if you see who say what does no you net and the only way they can do that say you bebusa on some. Dear me say, oh yeah, when and say, my brother, see a flow interviewer is a good thing actually because Combe refuse application now and Como refuse. But omo person with the mouth. Name of my dear kids will be true, my into no person clarify into my flow. Now, say a flow interviewer, ombe email you a invitation. Email no can say, bra Salisbury, number 123 EC London. When your partner, you be interview mo via video, but I was a mobile area hono a room on near interview mo. Na say dates we na ye dia mama say wontimi ma catch ye na ye reschedule sa date no. Nti dia we ye say o catch mo say wo yere no or two kwan nti nya de so betima make start date no. Nti wo be respond to that email na o mo de buy na yes interview further access request email no mo de bro no wo be return wo be reply. So thank you for inviting me to the marriage interview. Unfortunately, so my wife has traveled or is traveling, and therefore we cannot, meet that date in our setting. And if you can reschedule this for us, we'll send the choir. It be 2-3 days. Sometimes because of all the evidence, Emma Omu Ebia we no beba ebia obedi be 1 month. Sometimes you won't hear from them. Don't worry. They know. Or no more sending another email say, "O can say won't me ma interview these dates." Until you share evidence now the buy and so we would be available, let's say 30th of December. Therefore, we are asking you to attend the interview on the 5th of January. There was a way and why a man worry say be a go against you say my interview. Once I will respond accordingly to that email, no, a record or sometimes they are slow to respond, but they will come back and give you another date. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Lawyer Ewobakoso, hello.
Hello, good morning. So, if I'm a judge now, your question here, how much in Canada say.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, my wife Eunice and me na ba from Hawaii. Na yentembe basaka kanti ejawa Emma Nijina so retain the right of resting. Na my dream money that means after my retaining the right of residence, if the elect I'm no. I'm basically to elect and say my retaining the right of residence. But like I mean na a pre-settled status. To say na maybe kind of pre-settled status. The same letter na it's come around the same letter na by. In terms of you say and no retain right of residence na because no statement here will say you have to retain your right of residence. But I want to say I have limited leave to remain. I still have that right to remain in the country. In 5 years, this one I can apply for my settled status. And my second question is, say 5 years, me 5 years, the 5 years, so now me may apply for the settled status now. So now, me say here Obaning Kata di man na say here dey. Me here Obaning Kata ni bi. Anna, the third question, the first question is also. The third question is say, Edenya Nyamia do the many of for Ghana and person warren and neighbor. Na me jam settled status me ya, na me person me call for Barnaba. Na me mammy means of Ghana and some be on Kamwa. If I possible, so I think me the Barno and me mammy mean Abuman. But on the question.
Okay. Last one, yes. So yes. We settled status. So when you indefinite leave, now worry will be Ghana. Necessarily pano emma no ye emofra omo below 18. Obetimi aye application ama oyere ono ene o stepchildren because o worry sa obana ne mane nyina aba beye wo soso wo ma. Enti obetimi aye application ama wa wo ma. Okay, yes. Enti obetimi ade kakra bi na memo aye aware wo honom. A strategy and they say so we a settled person or hanum na say wo fa we aba you say financial requirements ube meet 18,600 also ban English also show some more relations when they genuine now wo baby oba on the better so one room crowd bit more aba so person wo de wo ma two kan oba ne ho na omo ba now my requirements no demands no cost okay because number one, financial requirements in so the cry to can we run our no hono amoma ba. And cry to first child no 3,008 baka 18,6 in the home. Now the second one is 2,040. So shema also unya over 24,000 or so I think almost 28,000. And son what's my fa we no and ne two no aba. That is the financial requirement you should meet. In relation to accommodation, you have to show, so depending on omo mobile or omo age, maybe also only 3-bedroom. Bear in mind, Sengafa you only 1 room, okay? So, and no one name maybe kakra say we are aware say, although say legally you can bring your wife and your own 2 biological children with your wife, they will come under the Appendix FM. Another thing a crucial and say, opa. Unya was settled status na so the can say strategy no obetima your application ama wo manu 2 no say omumra first. The reason is that so yes application ama wo mana the application will be considered under paragraph 297 of the immigration rules What that means is that yebema emofra no nyina indefinite leave to come. And now application fee now ubetua no wontua IHS, ubetua only home office fees. Be 1,008. But so the mofra no koka we no ho so momra application will be considered under appendix FM. Yebema we need 2.5. Near man kra no so 2.5. Ubetua home office fee no wotua IHS, which will be about 3,500 for one person. So you are talking about over £10,000 just, for the home office fees. I don't know your idea. I was say start time you drew. I know say we are talking in the future, but start time you drew. No one working is so now why you use that strategy? Number friend back with indefinite leave. Now why your balance also the night there? I'm number friend the into that would be better. Okay. TM no enter routine rights. And I mean, you are living in the future because we are indefinite, but we are talking about indefinite. Now, so application now we EU settlement scheme retain rights. Unlike the earlier 2016 regulation, nanka se uja warrior now was a requirement also sign a new application so that they will grant you residence card on retain rights basis. Sa de ni hobium. So EU settlement scheme 5 years. Let's say uja warrior. You don't have to do another EU settlement scheme application on the retain right. Sorry. Because there is no need for that. Also, the same thing. There is no evidence of the fact that you have retained your right. That is the essence of it, because it's leave to remain. Whether it's retained or you are still a family member, it's the same. Okay? So, the Ebehiane say, Unim se wajaware, so who divorce certificate, who 5 years leave to remain. The now what first no no. Still now, no start dating. I mean, in your case, if you are assessing when to do the indefinite leave, is when you married. Actually, if you were in the UK, then is when you married. So don't worry about the new one. Now, why no more money? It won't show any retain right. So you will still have your retain right. You have retained your right because you have divorced your previous wife. You have a divorce certificate. So under Appendix EU, you are a person who has retained his right. That is fine. That is the bottom line. Now, say 5 years you drew, say what retain no right now your application. You may not be asked to provide with previous wife no documents, but me pacho we EU settlement scheme. Also, what the reference number na ye. Sa reference number na there. Mane okay? Say drew indefinite in so although it's a retained right, it will be easier for you to input that 3434 reference number, so that you will not be asked to provide anything again. Now what take retain rights, as the basis for that application. Home Office then will know that you shouldn't be required to provide anything else for your wife because you just upload your divorce certificate and evidence of your 5 years residence in the UK. Okay, that's it. Or will indefinite, okay. So that's the response.
Thank you very much. We got another caller here. Hello.
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 Hi. Good morning, Doctor and Laura Richard.
Good morning, brother.
I want to ask lawyer just a couple of questions regarding the legal advice privilege. I noticed lawyer mentioned the fact that he gave an example of a couple, and I want to just use that example and then also just ask a question based on that. Meanwhile, I would also like to ask, in conversation with your solicitor, is there a point where you could say, well, lawyer, this is off the record, and that conversation or that declaration or whatever you say is not reported by the lawyer, in that it would not even become a matter for consideration, if it has to be, if that information may have to be declared or released at a later date, where you could say, well, this is just off the record, so it's not part of, this conversation. It shouldn't be recorded. Well, maybe I changed my name, or maybe I changed my date of birth, blah blah blah. This is just off the record. Is there a situation like that? Also, when lawyer was talking about, the
Yeah.
fact that he refused to act for a client or refused to take on a case. So say, for example, somebody comes to you and their wife had instructed you in a matter. They have legal advice privilege, so you're not supposed to tell, I would assume you're not supposed to tell the other party. Now, if you're giving the other party who is now instructing you reasons why you can't take on their case, would that become a reason? Can you tell them, because I'm acting for the other party in this case?
Okay.
So if lawyer can maybe give us some help on these issues. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So let me start from the last one. Okay. Now, when a lawyer is giving reasons why he or she may not be able to act for a client, so you will say that because of, there's something called conflict of interest. Okay. So maybe the lawyer acted for your wife or a family member, or your instructions is in relation to something that the lawyer have prior knowledge about something, he or she will say that because of conflict of interest, he may not be able to act in this matter. That is all, that is the reason. There's nothing more than that. So he's not gonna go into details as to what it is that is causing the conflict, okay? So the lawyer would just say that because of conflict of interest, he or she may not be able to act in this matter. So that is that one. Now, in relation to the first one, there's nothing like off record, my brother. Everything is on record. Now, when you go to see your solicitor, he will take instructions from you. Instructions are statements, documents, everything presented to your lawyer. So when you go and you say that, lawyer, I want to make an application to remain here as a spouse. My date of birth is 21st of June 1990. Lawyer, actually, my real date of birth is 21st of December 1991. But, I've just reduced my age and then it's 1990. I will record all the information, the statement you are making. That is my instructions, okay? So that will go, that is what is called communication between client and a lawyer. Now, I will record this, so it's not off record. The issue is, what am I going to give out, all right? So the information you've given me at that point that I recorded as part of the instruction that you've given me, if it's not documentary evidence. So there are two things. You telling me that you've changed your date of birth is information provided. I will write it on my, we have a yellow sheet, not pink sheet. So I'll write it on that. That client says that, he was born this year, but that is fine. Now, if you gave me a birth certificate recording your birth as 1990, and then another one recording your birth as 1991, I'm afraid I can protect the information you gave me that you changed your date, because that is a communication between you and I, okay? I wrote that. I'm not gonna present a case saying, yeah, Home Office, my client is applying for leave to remain. Actually, he was born in 1991, but at some point he thought that the age would be too much, so he reduced his age so that he can, no, I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is that if you say you were born in 1991, I will ask you to provide birth certificate corresponding to that corroborates what date you told me you were born. So if you did not provide me 2 birth certificates, but only one, which says that you were born in 1991, that is all. I will submit your application based on the fact that you were born in 1991 and not 1990. That information you gave me is privileged, okay? I can protect that because it was a communication between you and I, which can always be protected. But if you brought evidence in support of that claim and then the other claim, unfortunately, I may not be able to protect it. But I told you that documents coming from a third party, so Ghana Birth and Death Registrar, would have issued these certificates, if the two of them. Therefore, it's a third-party evidence, and I cannot protect that. But the information you gave me, if you did not bring any birth certificate, I can protect that. Does that make sense?
I guess so. We've got another caller. Hello.
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 Hi.
As a lawyer to you.
Okay. I'm not asking. I'm not inquiring about immigration. I'm inquiring about a situation where I had one of those people who comes in and clamp the clampers, car clampers.
Okay.
They came in and clamped my car, my wife's car, on our drive. Thinking the car belongs to me, but it belongs to my wife. So they actually took control of the car, but then they realized that the car doesn't belong to me. So I mean, legally, where do I stand?
Okay, let's lawyer talk to you. Lawyer.
Well, doctor, if I heard, so what's it? You clamp on the car. No, but you say your car, no, you don't need it.
I'm just saying you're no more there, but now you're there.
Well, it doesn't matter who is the registered keeper. I mean, if you park illegally, they will clamp your car.
No, I'm saying, and yeah, about parking. I'm sorry, a cabin the baby. No, I'm not car no want to drive away. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm a campaign thinking say car on already. But the chain who says carrying and you're ready.
It is so much be released at the end. On a what catch wrong say a car and you're ready. You on the what the evidence that show must say one a registered keeper. So that car does not belong to the wife. Therefore, they will release it, and then they can.
No, it belongs to my wife.
Gentlemen, you know something? I will give you BWF telephone number. And your program, you know, for lawyer Richard. Now, Abuwa, because we're casing a little bit delicate. So you had that, you know, why?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go to the next caller.
Thank you.
Lawyer Richard, okay, quickly let me do this. BWF Solicitors office number here 0208 493 7340. So, gentlemen, write that number down. You can call Lawyer Richard after the program, and he will help you out. Okay, so back to the studio, and the studio number is 0208 133 4646. 0208 133 1134. You still listen to Rainbow Radio live on DAB, on Alexa, on TuneIn, on apps, and everywhere. So you keep calling, and Lawyer Richard will answer all your questions. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Pacho, how are you?
Good morning. Pacho, Femi.
Ejakasa, Lawyer Richard, it's you.
Lawyer Richard, Pacho, Imachi.
Good morning, my brother.
If I talk, in your be I occurring it's almost over 7 months until Omunka. So that's it. Is there any way of getting a contact with?
Oh yes, of course. So there are 3 things you can do. While your application is over 6 months, and normally because a service standard and they see 6 months. But recently, problems are Home Office for applications now. Minimum application but so your application under Appendix FM, that is human rights application. So applications there are no longer any service standard. So 6 months now, it's not applicable anymore. Say EU application normally you're gauging with 6 months. 6 months here, reasonable time. I will say Home Office to make a decision on applications. Unfortunately, almost overwhelmed with applications. A dozen, case workers near Kakrabi. Intiama and Yema Edge. Intimate patrol with contact. And first of all, say any lawyer in a application idea may advise to say obey complaints. Okay, into a email address, say Home Office complaint@homeoffice.gov.uk. Or send the email with Udin Home Office reference number, date of birth. Now one a brief of time I was submitting applications, the facts why your fingerprints omo bisa documents bia anaso omo bisa documents bia wo de akọ but yet 6 months atwam wonti wo monka enti opese wo ye complain say omo make a decision say see anyesa wo be take further action against home office omo wo 28 days say and 21 days omo be getting back to you normally omo be catch you say bibia ye okay na the only reason is I do the final stage or maybe make a decision to your patients, then they will apologize. Oh yes, sir. So lawyers on the application in Mawa, yeah, they were different pre-action protocol. I don't know, yeah, na a technical writing in tin, I say lawyer phone and you know, because also they may become. And also yeah, another option now, obeti may use now or contacting home office for lawyers. Say opeso do moko court because of say omo ya DBA unreasonable. And also omo be ma reason to application no either ache. The third one is a phone call. Phone call no enye effective because you don't know who you spoke to. And all the phone to so no so they they don't do nothing. Into writing no more effective. Into bacho first of all your complaints. The fourth option available to you to use say call MP ho. Now we catch the MP so say application no atwam 6 months. I check too much. Also so emremono or power set or contacting home office. Na when I'm so we the constituent in no, but me advocate on your behalf na home office fortune the application no. Actually, 3 things na makansa effective. Obey complaint and as a lawyer and so obey to my pre-action protocol and as a call MP honum na omo achesi ama. Okay.
Okay, thank you, lawyer. We've got another caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Lawyer, it's you.
The person lawyer, question Takra.
Koso.
Lawyer, actually, the pastor, my husband now of the sofa, the offer eba. But the problem is, 1 or 2 bits in Krata, some no, the mammy, and the mammy, the family, Johnny, ewo ikrum ha na ni nia ne kunu ewi nti ko peso ko fa ni nia ge ono eba nti ni bi ka se process be possible say e bi nia aba yakofa no
madam pacho wura krata be ne kra no
pacho ikrum ha ni
EU
or you British
okay and na de okofa na ba no abofa na age is same pacho
or
11. Okay. So we indefinite leave, and I said 2.5 years leave to remain, and now we're a British citizen now. Obetimi akofa abofra or your relative aba under 297, but 297 no. Eye omo ye settled, and now we're British so we 2.5 ayana appendix FM. And so we are British citizen, and now we're indefinite or a settled person no. So person ko fan relative on say enye ne ba ene abofra no enti yana requirements na also meeting e wosoro pa because under paragraph 297 na say obetima ko fa dependent relative abofra aba if you to show say there are exceptional circumstances e abofra yi life ma Ghana number 1 me pa say obetima show say only family member bia e wo Ghana it's very very difficult to actually show say abofra say ne maame po na afrima ana ne papa na afrima the other parent is there say we uncle hopefully so ebia or another uncle wo ana aunties ana grandpa as long as a family member wo Ghana no home office for emma na umma but application where you there say lawyer you know be go through because of say very very difficult in intino so emremo no yes obetima your application man na say be successful no it's really high inti obe show say although say the banner no there but also responsibility over abofra no ono na ye bibia man ono ni school come ni hospital bibia ono na decide na family member bia nso ni Ghana obetima hwa abofra no na exceptional say ya ma abofra na ma bibi beto abofra no so otimi show sa ni ma we nyina dia obetima ya application amoma man indefinite leave na odi aba join them.
But me pacho say family members so what they are is it doesn't look
like difficult so member because unless there is another way. Intina ya na person mobile be huyen because young funny say yes sometimes you can have a family member and I'm say Ghana you will proverb say forest sometimes we chira who say very thick but oben out say is very isolated. So you can have family members who are not family members. Abofra no betima wo family members of Ghana but no be amfa ne ho. You betima show. And I say ebia or uncle or ba uncle no mental health or auntie or auntie no eyare or we you can show all of that. If we can do that, say, although there are family members, there are exceptional circumstances a one in life ma sane ma na wo hu ni nyina no ebeha na mepacho enti wo de hu lawyer na ye check him out na yebetimi aye application ma number all right
lawyer so the NY BWF Solicitors on the 4th floor Anna House 214 to 218 High Road 7 Sisters I'm postcode your London N15 4NP Yanko Tedro, SN1 Yanko lawyer and one BWF Solicitors. Lawyer Richard will take a few more calls and then give us your closing remarks. Hello?
Hello?
That's your casa.
If I come on watching.
Morning.
If I come to lawyer, I to make family ramp by me. On Baroman, I say 6 months and 3 If we buy an Amabe, a friend say.
EU settlement scheme. Yeah.
But why? And then but I say no so a bed best 6 months and after no day. What banning to end the behind.
Oh, it depends. If you want I mean Nancy me it's we don't know. Ubu honma we man within a month, 2 months, nobody a man. Ubu also so 6 months it's just it depends. I mean there are no standards or targets in temperature. O de why man yentwen why any fingerprints o mama no certificate of application so o mama no certificate of application na eboa because the decision in your micro na otimi de NI otimi ekobie bank otimi de ye bibia is it kwado otimi de tukwan okay enti there are no time frames bia guard set time be but and non just say obai nansen enti no and our family permit by in Zombayan and Tamamano, the BBN Nihosa, but you just hope to say why BBA accurately. Therefore, or maybe make a decision as soon as possible.
Certificate of application, on the manner,
because so we read here, I say, I list an EMA, Ubetimi Aye, or here certificate of application is so. Number 1, I say Ubetima UK legally, Ubetima Juma legally, Ubetima school, Ubetima benefit. You can travel with the certificate as well whilst your application is still pending. And it's almost as a visa. Yes. When second certificate, Okay, and no banti, and on the year nanka and be a month or two, no nanka banti. Say my friend, I know they're friend. Just make a phone call. For EU settlement scheme resolution center for no na catch you say why your application why your fingerprints unya with certificate of application or mo be catch a case we can no more there bro why and no a very good document.
Okay. That's
so you still listen to Rainbow Radio on DAB Live across London, on Alexa wherever you are in the world, and also on TuneIn Radio, on the apps, and so many other options as well, including the website. And for the past almost 2 hours, we've been talking to Lawyer Richard from BWF Solicitors. Lawyer has educated us a lot today, lot more today. Lawyer, you know, I send you a while, person be chatting. Now, my last call. Now, my last call 0208-133-4646. I prefer that number, but still, if you want to call them mobile, it's 07771-950-989. And to lawyer, to your full chat, now for each wechi akwai, see be hwehwe na for wow personal telephone number to home. Now send your person the can home.
Yo, thank you very much, Doctor, once again. What do short one amede beja etifo ne se medical ka se me pacho se wo ye EU national say na 31st December na woni ha say na afi na wo ba krom ha me pacho wo ba ya ye careful wo ba na wo mo hu se wo ba betena ha say omo be send you back wo ba toll ticket me pacho twa return ticket na emo mo hu se ebia obesha obi ana bibisa because so woba ha na wobegina ebia woba already EU national work room say enti ebia opesa wogina no so na we application na wo dey find that way and come in we can do the application for you but so mo hu se we EU national na fe na woba ha say after 31st of December no na wonye arrangement bia so obekọ baka o meka say yeah visa application ne fabra inside me pamcho because omo hardin will port on pa. So that is number one. Number two, and then come idea and you feel be legal advice privilege. Now legal advice privilege, yakase enkita hu dia wono lawyer ebedino eya na ye bo ho ban yem kan kire obia enti feel free to tell your lawyer everything. But when you are telling everything, also everything cry ye cano. And then maybe was said your brother be bar so no na or cassette. So kono lawyer honoma obet my catch and say nani date of birth no e say no asasa number e say na bibisa no de make can say eno no e asema waka che wo lawyer no e bia also ba ha obesiki asalam na use that date of birth no nti say that is fine lawyer no be true but eno no your communication between you and him or her it can always be protected but so would the birth certificate by a show sa date of birth no and as I did another one sa by a show another one me pacho lawyer need to be protected because well evidence ni say oh 2 date of birth so the mudi na yewa he cannot choose which one is the valid document and therefore may not be able to help in that situation so you should know when you, so uko hu lawyer there was uko na uko kache na evidence was ode de ema no and no nche say obe hide bibia it's always better to tell your lawyer everything. Now it's me the best advisor obet me the amount na abo hon ban. Masaka say me pacho client no eya na enye wo a woni wokunu ana oba no buy no wo na we sponsor no wonye client no ye enipa na wa instruct lawyer no say enye application man ye act in his case on na ye client a ye obliged to give information or disclose information to nti ya na moni mukro ne moyere mo ba na mo frɛ we kire say ye ma mo information na ye ntimi ma mo sa information unless say ye were prior consent from either party say ye betimi disclose information to you eno na ye pese mo hye ne so na ne titem nyina no me sign ma mo ade bi a eche say we engage the solicitors services be rest assured that the solicitor must act with integrity, and also your best interest, okay? But also remember that the solicitor also has duty to the courts also. And sometimes it's balancing act. Maybe also seek your best interest in making sure say uphold the law in a way that a court amomo aye omo ejuma. Me pacho confidentiality no idea ehia yen eboy adwuma ye no ho ban so don't worry of telling your solicitor whatever the case is na ye bebo ho ban amamo enti me pacho delays na ekoso no home office idea ekoso so application a delay recently the last one I just got a decision last month application need the 1 year 4 months pre-action protocols complaints, MPs, they came back all the time, apologize me pacho. Munya boche kakra omo ehon chiro omo say omo apologize sisa anti o application e change say ye be refuse na emom no say e renewal section 3C under immigration rules be bo ho ban say EU application wire or certificate of application no e be bo ho ban say bibi a happen or life na e ma also to kwan for sa evidence no the home office for so more expedite your application because of say you need to travel. Doctor, when na medibeja atiefo na your contact details and so we did two jano your office number no ye 0208 493 7340. 0208 493 7340. My mobile phone number is 079 60 201500. So 079 60 201500. Yeah, Anna House, 4th floor. 214218 Tottenham High Road. And so your postcode in here N15 4NP. Say all the public transport nearby now for underground na quite straightforward. I know your Victoria line now we see Tottenham, Seven Sisters. Now we for exit 2 no baby Tottenham Stadium for na no mo hadwe na no for exit 2 ho no. Upie ya na building na right hand side na mo na ye adwuma from Monday to Friday. Yeah, you be your office at 9:30 a.m. na ya pon anwumre 6 p.m. Saturdays restrictions on your availability. You bet me arrangement near home Saturday. Me pacho say bibi wo honom na ha adwen na wo pe lawyer matche mu say you lawyer and you solicitor. The same thing, but sometimes lawyer no any protection information out the man no won't mean protect amount ya na wahwe mu ye when you are instructing a solicitor. Thank you very much once again. Now, doctor, thank you also for, I know sir, we are very busy to come to host this for us now. I'm nice for you. That's God bless you. And take care, and then Nyame Adoma next week. So you know more saying Eddie in Shemubium. Have a good week and the weekend ahead. God bless you.
God bless you too, and thank you very much for your time. It's Uncle Ben and the team and kind like Eunice and they are finna. My dad's and let one boy and pa. I'm inshallah Richard. We'll meet again next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP. Just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.